1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
This is the dumbest, maybe the second dumbest thing I've ever done. Cousin, we're not going to decide who gets Grandpa's place the same way we decided who had to clean the catfish when we were 9.
Well, just quit now, then. Mabel, pay attention. We can't have a winner if somebody who's partially witless don't make the 3 count.
It's impartial witness, Horace, and I hardly think your wife could be considered one.
1, 2...
Not yet! Getting tired?
Only of your silly games.
Well, why don't you just give up and let me have the place then? They say it's just an old dump anyway.
I'm sure it is, but I never give up without a fight. Ain't that right, Pumpkin? 1, 2...
Your counting lessons will have to wait, Todd.
But I had you.
We'll never know, will we?
Gentlemen, Mabel, I apologize for the slight delay. Oh, interesting.
What?
Very interesting.
What?
Good news. You get the dog. You get the house.
One more time?
You get the...
Horace, are you about done in there?
Yes, ma'am, we'll be out shortly.
I don't know where you're taking me, but you got about 5 minutes before I gotta use the facility.
Will you be using faculty number 1 or number 2?
We're on our way.
Mr. and Mrs. Gladstone. The address. Oh, and I'd keep it a secret from you-know-who.
Oh, thank you. I will.
The war. I won the war. I won the war.
That's the spirit. That's also $200 in legal fees. Cash works best.
Maybe it's not so dumpy a dump. You don't think he followed us, do you?
This place is ours, fair and square. And besides, don't you think somebody with a body shop business as big as Todd's has better things to do than follow us around every day?
Well, I didn't mean every day. I meant just since yesterday.
Horace, I haven't seen you this nervous since that state trooper pulled you over.
You didn't see the way he looked at me, Mabel. He wanted me.
Oh.
Boy, when Cousin Todd finds out what Grandpa Carton left to me and not to him, he's gonna be on us like that. Boy, but still, the way that those legal documents went on about all the fixing up chores, I'm really surprised they'd have a sign out front commending the place.
Horace, the sign said condemned. A place you wouldn't want to live.
Oh, like our old apartment? Well, then why did you have me hurry up and deliver all of our courtesy band clients so we could get here so quick?
Oh, hon, because I was thinking that maybe we could do a little work and fix it up and then...
Oh, and then we could sell it to Cousin Todd and beat him at his own game, yeah.
No, Horace, I was thinking that maybe we could fix it up and we could stay here.
Oh, no, don't start the waterworks. You know, as long as you've got your Horace, it doesn't matter where we live. You'll be safe as a bug in a rug. Dad, he found us.
Since when does Cousin Todd knock?
Oh, well, you see a badge?
No, he doesn't have a badge. I don't see a piece either.
Piece of what?
Oh, no. I'm tired of running. I know 7 years ago when I stood before you and that justice of the peace and I said for better or worse. Well, I knew it wasn't all going to be better, but I didn't expect 90% of it to be worse.
Well, the other 20% ain't been half bad, has it? Well, I mean, if you don't count the 6 weeks living in the little room over Cousin Todd's body shop and the authorities closing down our little business. But we was that close to having it all, wasn't we?
Once again. So I don't care if the city's whole SWAT is out there. I ain't going nowhere.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, it's you.
Mr. Barnes? Mr. Barnes, how'd you know we were here?
Now look, your daughter hired us fair and square to remove you from your private dwelling by whatever means necessary and deliver you to the resting place nursing home. It's all in the contract that she signed, and I got a copy of it someplace.
Don't bother. But I am curious. What possessed the two of you to start your little senior citizen kidnapping enterprise?
Now don't talk us down. Our business filled a market niche created by an aging population and their well-meaning children.
What are you talking about?
Well, I read a magazine article that says now that folks like you are living longer, it's presenting a real dilemma.
Dilemma?
People from your generation are living to be 80, even 90 years old, happy as can be.
Oh, and like my grandchildren say. And that's a problem. Why?
Well, there's people like your daughter who have to make a choice between whether it's better to let you live on your own and face the risk of something happening.
Oh, you've seen those ads, have you? The ones with I've fallen and I can't throw up, haven't you?
Or to stick you in a retirement home with a bunch of other old...
Bogies. It's like stogies, but with an F.
Let me get this straight. You say my daughter loves me, and then she hires him to do her dirty work?
Well, I will admit your situation is a tough one, but it's not any worse than ours.
Oh, is that so? You look a little young to be getting screwed by your kids.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Mabel's as barren as a farmer's field in January. She can't have no kids.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Metaphor. Look, have you tried adoption?
Oh, all of them agencies keep turning us down on account of my disability to hold a job for what they call an extended period of time.
Well, how long is extended?
14 whole days.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, but he didn't tell you the worst part. Guess what happened when we went to drop off one of our clients at her new home this evening.
Along with all of her material possessions, just like listed in the contract.
Well, before we could get out of there, guess who was there to stop us?
Humor me. Never mind, let me rephrase that. Who was there to stop you?
The Better Business Bureau.
I kept asking better than what, and they never gave me a straight answer. But the long and tall of it is, somebody blew the whistle on our relocation service.
Well, any idea whom?
It was some guy named Anonymous. Boy, they closed us down quicker than a garage sale in a tornado.
Maybe I better go.
Oh, how'd you find us anyway?
Well, I didn't come here looking for you. I'm retired from general contracting. I do a little building inspection to keep busy.
Well, this ain't no building. Mabel says this is a bed and break room.
A bed and breakfast, hon.
You know, I got left it in a will. So I don't see why you'd have any right to come in and inspect it.
Well, how do you figure?
Well, mostly on my fingers, unless it's real easy.
What kind of inspection?
Well, I need to check and see that it's up to code.
Well, do you have to check it today?
Yeah, on account of we haven't quite finished fixing it up yet.
Do you mean it, sweetie? We can stay?
I suppose so.
Are you two really thinking about moving here? Because, maybe we can scratch each other's back.
Why, you got short arms or something?
Oh, what did you have in mind?
So to review,
We have 60 days to fix it up so it passes inspection, and then we get to keep it.
The city waives the property taxes for the next 3 years, so pretty much get it for nothing.
nothing? As in for free? Oh, my daddy said, Horace, tain't nothing free, not even the air that you breathe.
He was on a ventilator.
Look, it's simple. The city sees this place looking vacant. They consider it to be an eyesore. So, as an incentive to enterprising entrepreneurs, which would be you, the city's willing to look the other way as long as people like you are willing to fix it up so that people can live in it.
Incentive to enterprising manures.
Entrepreneurs.
Okay. So, to get you to fill out this report, we have to get you signed out of your old fart's home and back into your private dwelling.
That's it. We got us a deal?
Well, what if your daughter wants her money back?
Oh, yeah, on account of we had to spend it to have some dents banged out of the courtesy vehicle.
84 Impala wagon, simulated wood grain siding.
Sweet machine. How'd you know?
Well,
Someone stole Woody.
yeah. Look, I saw some punk kid get in it and drive off when I pulled up. Guess I should have said something sooner.
You think?
Now, Horace, let's not make this a deal breaker. It wasn't Mr. Barnes' fault.
Oh, my biggest failing is I can't stay mad at anybody. Oh, she loves a happy ending.
Other than your vehicle being stolen.
Oh.
Yeah, other than that. I guess you can take the blindfold off now. Oh, while you were getting Mr. Rogers back to his unassisted living, Mr. Bobiola here has been hard at work. Ta-da! You're kind of hurting my feelings not saying anything. I mean, I know it's not the Taj Mahals or anything, but, you know.
Oh, okay, well, what did you do so far?
Oh, were you kidding? I made lots of improvements.
Oh, okay. When are you going to start on the floors and the walls and the ceilings and the windows and the doors and the
You
kitchen?
just make me a list, baby, 'cause I'm your handyman.
Oh, I don't know, Horace. Remember what Mr. Barnes said about this place having to pass inspection?
Yeah. Oh. You don't think I can do it, do you?
What? Oh, no, honey, it's not that. I just have a feeling that some of these things might be a little over your head.
Well, maybe I could use a little help.
Hello.
You said that we didn't have to have this for 60 days.
Horace,
It would...
I'm not here to inspect this rat trap.
Oh! Thank you for reminding me.
Well, want to guess what happened to me?
You mean after I forged your daughter's signature to get you out of the resting place and then helped you move your stuff back into your house?
Guess who showed up on my doorstep this morning?
What are you guys playing? 21 questions or I Spy?
Is anyone else getting a headache?
Oh, don't worry. That smell will be gone in just a few minutes.
Listen, I was telling your wife I had some surprise visitors this morning.
Oh, good surprise like Ed McMahon or bad surprise like Amway?
Like the new owners.
Huh?
Well, apparently my daughter put my house up for sale before I even left. They're in and yours truly is out. As in the world's oldest street person.
Oh, maybe you should call the Guinness Book.
Horace, you mean there's nothing that you can do to get your house back?
Well, not without making a boatload of lawyers rich.
Well, what about going back to the resting place?
Yeah, well, I'd rather live in a sewer.
Oh, trust me, you wouldn't. He could live. You could live here.
Huh? Jinx! Oh, you owe me 2 colas.
He needs a place to live, and we need someone to help us get this place ready for an inspection.
Well, no, this wouldn't be any long-term commitment.
Look, I don't even buy a full tank of gas.
Could you get a smaller tank?
No, look, I mean, I don't even buy green bananas.
He's saying yes.
I'm saying maybe.
Well, how much did they charge you to stay at the resting place?
$900.
900 for a month? Well, what they do? Feed you and bathe you?
Yes.
Front and back? Everything?
Now, Horace T. Gladstone, I don't want you even thinking about charging Mr. Barnes here for helping us. Why, if anything, we should be paying him.
Oh, yeah. Mabel, you'll have to excuse Mabel. She isn't the financial genius of the family. Now, how's this? In exchange for you helping us get the house up to where it'll pass inspection, you can stay in one of them nice bedrooms for half.
Half? Half of what?
Half of what we have to pay to stay here.
Horace, I told you if this place passes, it's yours. Gratis.
Well, buenos dias to you two.
Good morning, Mr. Barnes.
Good morning, Mabel. Horace. So, how did your cousin take the news of the courtesy vehicle being stolen?
Strangest thing. When you dropped us off at his body shop, we found Woody out back.
Oh, any idea how it got there?
No idea, but a theorem. That punk kid you saw yesterday, was he about this tall and about this wide? And was his hair about this long and about this dirty?
Yeah.
Timmy.
Cousin Todd's boy. Well, stepboy.
We just need to pray that he didn't tell his stepdaddy where he found it.
Dear Lord, which art in heaven, please see to it that Timmy was drunk or stoned or got hit by a car and has no memory of this place.
Oh, amen.
So, how's it coming around here?
Oh, yes, right. All finished. The list of things that needs fixing.
Yeah, I can see that. Of course, I could have done this myself.
Oh, really? So you know what the amperage and the voltage of the current that runs through this house is? Well, you know how big of a motor we need for the garbage disposal. You know how much insulation to put in these walls to avoid a lawsuit. Well, you even know which one of these walls is load-bearing walls.
Guess not.
No. See, that's what a general contractor does, Horace. All thing that we need to do now is start calling people to get it fixed.
I'll put on another pot of coffee.
Well, okay, if that's gonna work, I'll get in touch.
Good grief! Those kind of prices, you think we was looking for a brain surgeon.
It is tempting.
Well, Well, getting paid can't be the most important thing for everyone.
Well, it is to the people on my list.
What about our list? Hold on.
I know I got a list of people I want to meet before I die, but I don't think Lisa Gibson or Fred Flintstone would help us any.
Remember how bad we got to feeling about all those people we helped relocate? Well, I kept a list thinking we could send them Christmas cards. What would you say retirees want more than anything else?
Viagra. What? You think just because a guy turns 65, he doesn't have any starch in his shorts?
Mr. Barnes.
Look, I don't know what kind of sick slang you're talking, but my Mabel don't do no man's laundry but mine.
Of course. Well, to answer your question, I suppose the main thing is they want to feel needed.
Useful.
Important.
Yeah.
Like when someone depends on you for something like cooking and cleaning and fixing stuff.
Yeah, the stuff people do when they're part of a family. Yeah, well, what's your point?
She wants us to call the people on her list to find a plumber, a painter, a carpenter.
Oh, a cook? No offense.
None taken, Mr. Viola.
Well, then we explain the situation to them and see if we can work out a deal. All those things that Mabel said in return for helping us out.
And they don't pay us nothing?
We don't pay them anything either.
Well, it seems like a lot of work just to break even.
Horace, I told you. If we fix up this place, get it up to code so the people can live here, we could be sitting on a gold mine.
You're the expert.
We're here for the job interview. Jeez, I can't believe I just said that.
I'm Roger. We talked on the phone. Come on in.
May I have your detention, please? On behalf of myself, I would like to offer an apology for any inconvenience. That's it. That a relocation services provided to you may have caused.
Ana Maria Mata.
Oh, what a beautiful...
Very delicate. Muy delicada.
Oh, that's right, the painter.
Artist. Pintora.
Do you have a list of the work that needs to be performed?
Oh.
Mind if I look around?
Oh, be our guest.
Velma Stevens.
Oh, yeah, you're the chef.
That's right. 36 years until Principal Donner fired me.
Oh, what'd you burn the goulash?
Something like that.
Mr. Curtis, Mr. Barnes here tells me you're quite a carpenter.
Not Karen the singer. We've only just be...
Yes, miss. Fixed up 4 houses for 4 different wives in the past 40 years.
4 must be your lucky number.
Yeah, every time I got a divorce, I lost a house.
Oh.
Maybe it's 5.
I have examined the walls. And I have to tell you una cosa. I don't do stripping.
Oh, we wouldn't ask you to do that.
She's talking about removing the old wallpaper.
Oh.
Good God Almighty!
One of them rats back again?
Not unless they got scuba gear. We need to talk about payment.
Oh, we don't want any. We don't expect a dime.
I think you misunderstand.
Probably ain't the first time.
You don't expect us to move in here and fix this place up for nothing, do you?
Well, if you call companionship and a free place to live and something to do and family nothing, well, then I guess we'll just have to keep looking.
Well, hey, when we got the next group coming in a few minutes, so.
Oh, yeah, the younger group.
Look, 10 years ago I was dying to retire. But I didn't retire to die, and I don't think none of you did either. Otherwise, I don't think you'd be here this morning.
Let's say I decide.
We decide.
If we all decide to stay here and try to make a go of this idea, how are people going to find out about us?
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. It is a known fact that having a 3-word name is a key to success. Like Toys R Us and San Noble, McDonald's.
El McDonald's is one word, McDonald's.
Oh, you're thinking of the farmer. Oh, honey, hey, go get that banner.
Okay.
If I was gonna do any work around here, I'd want to use my own tools. Not sure how I'd get them all over here, though.
And I have lots of pots and pans that the school gave me when I retired.
And through the years, I have collected many, many, many paintings, and they have to be here with me.
Oh, what about you, Mr. Otis?
I need a big closet.
Are you all sitting down?
Always.
Read and weep. Am I the only one here with a GED? It says, "We no care."
We no care.
Well, doesn't that just say it all? Well, okay. Tell you what, we'll get the Woody out. We'll all climb in and we'll go get all of your stuff, and then we'll iron out all the details.
Woody, you mean the 84 Impala station wagon with the wood siding?
Stimulated wood siding. How'd you know that?
When we got here, a truck was towing it away.
The one that says Todd's bought on the door.
Oh, the step boy must have spilled the beans. Cousin Todd knows about us. I guess the good Lord didn't hear me.
How can you say that? He's given us a family.
Yes, I'm sorry to bother you, but
It's the lawyer. He's got a butt.
there appears to be another document from your grandfather. There's an adjunct to the will.
He says Grandpa added junk to his will.
You're aware that there's an inspection that you need to pass.
Sure am. In fact, our whole work crew is all set to go.
Yeah, well, that's good. Oh, because if you fail that inspection, your cousin Todd gets the house.
What?
Well, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. Not even legally.
Well, you can just tell Cousin Todd it'll be a cold day in Hattie's before he gets his hands on anything of mine. Anything.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Beats me. What do I owe you?
I don't have a standard charge for forging documents.
How's about you take a couple of grants and we call it good?
Oh, Todd, I'm always willing to accept grants for my work.
I'll keep that in mind.
All right, you finished the caulking, Bill?
Well, until we get some more of this. In the meantime, I found half a dozen of these lying around. That'll take up my afternoon.
All right, Otis, you say you got the plumbing problems pretty well under control. Yeah.
It'd be nice if Horace and Mabel would help out around here.
Look, Otis, according to Horace, if they quit their courtesy van job, Cousin Todd's gonna get even more suspicious. Might even stop by here and check up to see what him and Mabel are up to.
But we must remember that according to Horace, NASA stopped traveling to the moon because they couldn't find any green cheese.
Ese muchacho does hold some unusual opinions as facts.
How do we know there even is such a person as Cousin Todd?
Do you really believe that Horace or Mabel is smart enough to have make him up?
That's a good point.
Bill, what if it's Todd?
I'm herniating out here. There. I would have got here a lot quicker, but Mabel thought she saw Cousin Todd in the neighborhood, so we drove around until we were sure it wasn't him.
Well, where's Mabel now?
I left her on CT watch. That's my secret code for Cousin Todd. So now if you hear me say CT, you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, I don't know, Horace. I'd feel better if we all had our secret decoder rings.
I got some in the glove compartment.
No, let's save that for a real emergency.
Look, did you get everything on the list?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and Mr. Otis, unless you're planning to knock them little termites in the head with this, I'm not sure it's going to do the job.
Why'd you get trial sizes?
Well, I figured if it was good enough for court, it was good enough for us. Oh!
Don't tell me that's an eviction notice.
I won't, 'cause it's not. We got somebody interested in moving in already.
Yeah, how did they find out?
Word of mouth.
Whose mouth?
Good God, Horace. Do you know what can happen if we take money from people to move in here before we get an A-OK from the city?
Bad things?
I'll start a waiting list.
Looks like we've taken care of just about everything that doesn't cost much of anything to repair.
I have finished painting the entire second floor.
The floor? Well, wasn't she supposed to paint the walls up there?
She did. Look, you see that little checkbox there? Now once all of these are filled out, we're all done.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so? I can do that. Almost done.
Give me that.
Oh, look at that. $2,500 for the furnace?
It needs new parts.
It needs replacing.
Velma, come back with that envelope, because we need a paying customer.
Look, Horace, can't you understand? We can't have a paying customer until we get the place fixed up. We can't get the place fixed up till we get money.
Are you familiar with the phrase catch-22?
Oh, yeah, that's the limit where I used to fish.
Plain and simple, son. We need money, and we need it quick.
Make that double quick. I just saw CT drive by.
CT.
Cousin Todd!
Oh, where? Oh! Gentlemen, it appears that in order to keep CT off of our trail, we are going to have to use divisionary Tic Tacs. Follow me! What part of divisionary Tic Tacs are you not understanding?
All of it.
We go out, we drive around, like to the hardware someplace, and we get them off our scent. Divisionary. Tic. Tacs. Let's go!
Come on, guys.
I'll be in the cellar with my paintings.
So I said to myself, Velma Stevens, if your new friends are so hard up for money, you owe it to yourself to pass on your old tricks down to Mabel.
Well, I don't know how Horace would feel about me doing something for money, taking over your tricks.
Well, that ain't the impression I got when I talked to him.
You talked to Horace about this, and he was okay with me doing this for money?
Darling, he was all for it.
Oh, my.
We could start by me showing you some of the basic techniques.
Just you and me?
Well, Anna Maria's down in the cellar going through her thing, so if you'd be more comfortable with a third person. Anna Maria!
No. I mean, another woman?
Well, we can wait till the fellows get back.
No, let's just keep this between the two of us.
Oh, if only my daughter had been more like you.
You wanted her to do...
Yes, ever since she was a little girl. But she just wasn't interested. Well, there's a lot of ways to get started. But when you're in a hurry, nothing gets you going like one of these.
Oh.
Well, if you'll turn the oven on to 350 and we can... Well, I said, Anna Maria! What? She's dying!
What in the world? ¿Qué pasa?
We were talking about making cookies for the bake sale and wham! She's laid out like my third husband on our wedding night.
Oh, how did that end?
It gave new meaning to the term, the honeymoon is over. Oh! She's alive. Praise the Lord and start the CPR. That's English for mouth to mouth.
I know that. It's just that my mouse and her mouse. No, I can't do it. No. Maybe we give her a minute.
What is the matter with you?
Nada. It's just the thought of... I can't do it. You have to swear. You will tell no one.
Well, I think they're going to notice when they get back.
Oh, it's not that. It's I'm homophobic.
Homophobic? How can you be afraid of milk?
Anybody home? Afternoon, ladies. Where is it? Oh, jeez.
Who are you? What does it matter? He is a man, she is a woman. Let nature take its course.
You do know what you're doing, right?
Leave the poor man alone.
Oh, thank God.
How about a little credit for yours truly? Find me something to rest her head on. You don't know how long I've waited.
Todd!
What? Is he here? Is he coming?
He's here!
Are you sure you don't want just one more?
I told you no 7 years ago, and I'm telling you no right now. I do not want anything this man has to offer.
I don't know what kind of history you're dealing with, but this young man just gave you back your life.
Let's not get carried away, Velma. After all, she was breathing on her own.
Girls, the last thing Cousin Todd wants is to start a cat fight. We'll leave it to the ages to decide if my showing up at precisely the right time were a mere coincidence or part of a bigger, diviner plan.
Now, let's not bring the good Lord into this, Todd.
Mabel, don't you think?
Oh, I think all the time. I think about what it would be like and what I would be like if things had turned out the way you had wanted them to be.
And
I want you to go.
somewhere in that cold cave she calls a heart, there's a torch that flickers for me.
I believe the young lady asked you to leave. Fuera.
I don't believe we've been formally introduced. I'm Mabel's husband's father's brother's only son.
Cousin Todd.
Delighted to meet you, too.
And I'm Velma Stevens. This is Anna Maria Mata. She's an artiste, you know.
Well, I dabble in the arts myself. Perhaps I've purchased one of your works.
I doubt it.
What are you two exquisite ladies doing here with Mabel? And where's that 59-watt husband of hers?
Is he gone yet?
He's about to.
Place looks pretty good. Be a shame if something were to happen to keep it from passing inspection.
So you could take it over?
Mabel told you about that? Truth is, I'm glad it's staying in the family. I'd do anything to help them hang on to it. What is it, senorita?
Horace and Mabel sure could use a short term.
Short-term parking meter out front so people like you would never say they're welcome.
If there's anything I could do in the way of financial assistance, you can always count on Cousin Todd.
To mess things up.
If I might present my case, this lovely woman's husband, between jobs as he frequently is, came to Cousin Todd and asked for his help.
Cousin Todd offered to give him a job driving the courtesy van for his body shop.
How generous.
During which time, Horace took it upon himself to start an enterprise without informing me.
The relocation service?
You've heard of it? Or perhaps you were victims of it.
Victims? Heavens, no.
We are friends of Mabel's dear mother from out of town, which we're on our way back out of. Isn't that right, Mabel's dear mother's friend?
Always nice to see you.
Adios.
What are you doing here?
Besides saving your life?
Well, you'd have to bring me back to life 100 times before I'd forgive you for the things you tried to pull.
The only thing I tried to pull was you out of a life mired in the mud that is my cousin Horace.
Stop it, Todd. I made a promise before God and a velvet mural of Elvis that I was going to love one man my whole life, and it ain't you.
You mean it ain't me yet?
Horace may not notice the way you still look at me, but I do.
The only way you'd know how I was looking at you is if you were looking back at me. Now, why do you suppose that is? Good luck with the inspection. Just don't get too attached. It makes it that much more painful when you lose it. And I speak from experience.
Next time you're unconscious, do me a favor. Call 411, not my cousin Todd.
I didn't call him, he just showed up.
So much for your divisionary tic-tacs.
Aw, don't worry, hon. I'm sure because of Velma and Anna Marie, he doesn't suspect anything.
I don't care what he expects. He knows where we are now. He can just drop by anytime he dang well pleases.
Yeah, well, however daunting that might be, I'm a little more worried about getting Velma and Anna Maria back safely.
You don't suppose they got cold feet?
Oh, great. They left without their shoes.
What if they decided to call it quits? I'm not sure we could do without them.
Otis. Well, they cook and they paint, sort of. Well, I mean, it's not like we're losing Betty Crocker or some famous female painter.
You're suggesting that we replace them?
Just suggesting that if they left for whatever reason, there's no need for us to abandon ship.
Listen, people, without a few $1,000 for resources and supplies, we may very well be jumping in after them.
Horace, you say this cousin of yours owns a body shop?
Yeah. He inherited it from his second wife's daddy.
Gold digger, huh?
No, diamonds. It was one of the biggest finds in the history of Arkansas.
What are the chances he might be persuaded in giving you a loan?
About the same as the chances of you stepping outside right now and being stampeded by a herd of jackalope.
Jackalope?
You know, those big bunnies that are on the postcards that you get when you travel?
He and Horace used to travel a lot after we were first married.
She calls it travel. It was more like running.
Yeah, what, from the law?
Oh, yeah. In-laws, mostly. Boy, those first 6 months of wedded bliss are a whirlpool.
My family wasn't too keen that I married Horace.
Which means asking them for money is out of the question, too.
Hey, you don't have an IRA or a 401k or even a low-interest CD that might yield some money.
Oh, wait there. Wait. Oh, Mabel, you remember those lessons you took, those singing lessons? Oh, look at this.
Mabel Gladstone sings Alice Cooper's greatest hits?
Yeah, talk about a low-interest CD. But if we couldn't get her friends and family to buy them, how do you think we're going to make money on them now?
Well, given our limited time and resources, our only hope might be to give Cousin Todd a little piece of the old girl.
Now, wait a minute. I just spent the last 45 minutes showering and shampooing and deep bleaching to get rid of that man.
Deep what?
You look smarter.
I'm smart enough to know that nothing would give Todd more pleasure than taking away what's legally and rightfully yours.
But, hon, what if it's our only chance?
There's gotta be another way.
If my Mabel says there's got to be another way, well, then I guess it's my job to figure out what it is.
Is the coast clear?
East or west?
Yeah, Cousin Todd is gone.
Haven't you got something to say to the ladies?
We are so glad to see you ladies back because some of us were beginning to worry about you.
That's sweet of you, but we only took a couple of trips around the block.
We tried to think of ways to raise more money, but we decided that Velma's original idea is still the quickie way, and I'm going to help too.
First annual We No Care bake sale. Here we come.
Yeehaw. Bake sale. Oh, bake sale.
Yeah, I hate to put a damper on their enthusiasm, but I doubt if there's a bake sale in history that's raised the kind of money we're going to need.
Yeah, well, we could always buy lotto tickets.
Lotto tickets to what?
Lotto, the lottery.
Oh, my big brother was in a lottery once. He had to go to Viet Cong.
No, you mean Nam?
Oh, no, his name was Kent.
What has that got to do with anything?
Good God Almighty!
You all right, Otis?
Every time I turn around, I run into another one of Anna Maria's works of art.
Don't worry, Mr. Otis. I'll come help you. Oh, I swear, if Anna Marie's works of art were $10 bills, we'd be in hog heaven.
Well, I don't suppose that roof is going to patch itself either. I could use an extra hand. Roger?
Yeah, in a minute. Strange as it may seem, Horace just gave me an idea.
That's a good one.
Actually, it might be.
So, you really used to bake all this stuff every day?
Sure did.
So tell me, why did you get fired?
Well, it was the elementary school's annual cookout and squirt gun fight. A chance for the school staff and students to take out their aggressions and eat weenies cooked over the bonfire made from the books that the school board had banned that year. I wheeled into the enemy's supply depot and stole a cache of weapons, chief of which was a super soaker owned by the school tough guy, Travis Morgan. When I turned that thing on him, I have never seen a fifth grader so horrified, not even on Brussels sprouts day. He raised his little tattooed arms and backed up to the fire, pleading with me, no, no. But I never took my finger off the trigger till every square inch of his bullying ass was soaked. The school psychologist said we'll never know what possessed that child to fill his gun with lighter fluid. I think this is the best batch yet, don't you?
Sure. But right now, I couldn't care less if I never look at another chocolate chip in the eye as long as I live.
Piece of my coconut cake after supper and you'll be ready for more.
Oh, I could use a piece right now.
Nobody, it's nothing, anything.
Anything. You cleared a path for Otis to the furnace.
Oh, yeah, I got all your works of art all in a neat little pile. Well, not exactly little. Not exactly neat either.
My paintings cannot be stacked.
You're telling me. I don't want to say anything, but her paintings, I can't make hide or tail out of them.
She works in abstracts, Horace.
Oh, is that near Birmingham?
I better get these cookies out to the front porch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll help you. Temptation, get behind me. Oh. Now, them ladies have worked so hard, and we need the money for the new furnace.
Shakes and shingles too.
Shingles?
No, the ones that go up on the roof.
Oh. Oh, stop!
Well, I'll just look. I gotta go to wash up first.
Oh, well, all of these cookies and cakes.
What, they got cakes too?
They're for the ladies' bake sale.
You mean they've been keeping all these goodies from us while we've been eating Velma's meals in a pot? That woman can make a casserole out of anything.
Well, that 5-bean lunch lady's revenge thing she made the other night wasn't bad. Going down.
Yeah.
Why don't you go wash up and then and we'll see what's in the pot for tonight.
Horace, you ever heard of eBay?
Oh, no. Of course I have. We read about it in history class.
Huh?
Storming the beach at Normandy.
Horace, that was D-Day.
Yes, sir.
Well, I was talking about eBay.
Oh, eBay. That's Pig Latin. That'd be Pig Latin for bee.
Horace, eBay isn't Pig Latin, it's a website.
Oh, a website. Yeah, for learning Pig Latin.
Look, you remember all them things you told me about the paintings of Anna Maria's down the cellar? Well, it got me to thinking. I wonder if she'd give us a few to put them up for auction.
Oh, auction. I could be the auctioneer. What am I bidding? What am I bidding? This beautiful thing.
Whoa. Save your windpipe. All we need is a computer. You do know what a computer is?
Well, of course. I just don't know how it would help us get rid of all them paintings done in abstract.
What, trust me on this?
That's near Birmingham, you know. Oh, hey, Cousin Todd's got a couple of them computers at his body shop. But I think he'd be suspicious if
Did you get a laptop?
Well, when he sits down.
No. I mean a portable computer.
Oh, you know, his stepkid has one, I think.
Huh. What kind of a relationship would you say they have?
Well, I just told you he's his stepkid.
No. I mean, how close are they? Would Timmy help us and not tell your cousin? Ooh. Does Timmy got a girlfriend? Okay. What if you promised to set Timmy up on a date with my granddaughter if he'd lend us his computer for a few weeks?
You got a photo of this granddaughter of yours?
Yeah.
I'll get the phone.
Yeah.
Do you really think anybody's gonna pay $10 for a pie and a whole $1 for one cookie?
Yeah, Anna Maria. They're not your fancy artwork. It's food. I think we should start with a quarter.
You two have a lot to learn about selling. You price an item very high, and then they offer you half, and everybody goes home happy.
Oh, did you sell a lot of paintings like that?
Of course. Just not my own.
What's that? Exactly how many paintings did you sell?
None. I'm waiting for them to appreciate in value.
Oh, but how can anybody appreciate their value if they're hidden down in the cellar?
Yes, Anna Maria. How?
I know. What if we brought some of them out here and then we could sell them?
Are you suggesting I sell a work of art in a yard sale?
No, Anna Maria. She's suggesting we give away a painting with every dozen cookies we sell.
Is that Lucas?
If you can't stand the heat, stay out of my kitchen.
Some school children would have eaten so much better if you had taken your own advice. You sell your way, I sell mine.
You're on, Miss Starving Artiste.
Now, ladies, can't we all just get along?
Oh, here's our first customer.
Timmy, what are you doing here?
Didn't your husband tell you?
Tell me what?
Nothing.
You're not going anywhere till you buy one of my cookies.
$1? Hers are only a quarter.
Wait until you taste mine.
Yeah, I'll give you 50 cents.
Ya ves?
Hey, old timer. Where's Horace?
John, checking the traps? Who are you and what do you got there?
Oh, I'm his nephew, and none of your business.
That's twice in 10 seconds you've insulted me, son.
Oh, hey, I'll try harder next time.
Don't test me, boy.
Why? Afraid you'll fail?
Oh, there you are. Well, it's about time.
Hey there, Uncle. Hey, who's the stiff?
Well, he ain't stiff yet. He's one of my partners. That's Mr. Curtis. Down in the cellar checking the furnace, that's Mr. Otis. And this is Mr. Barnes. Gentlemen, meet Timmy Billingham-Gladstone.
I told you the hyphen is silent.
Gladstone.
Hey, you the old guy with the babylicious granddaughter?
Excuse me?
Because I'm telling you right now, if she's not completely hot, I am out of here.
Whoa. Let's get one thing perfectly clear right now. No one who refers to my granddaughter as anything but young lady is gonna take her anywhere. I don't care how much of a computer whiz kid you are. Comprende?
We could set up shop right here.
Any of you guys know anything about PCs?
I took an introduction to PC with my last wife.
Oh, really? What'd you learn?
Well, it was a class in partner choice, and she chose the instructor.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, don't you worry, Mr. Bill. There are plenty of fish in the tank. You know, some of them drink salt water.
You guys got the pictures?
Well, they're only fish, Timmy.
No, Horace. I think he's referring to the pictures that we took down in the cellar. Here you are. Oh. You see, when Horace told me about Anna Maria's pictures, it got me to thinking, well, maybe we could sell a few. So I asked Horace to talk to Anna Maria, see if it'd be okay with her if we put a couple on eBay.
And she said yes?
Horace, you did ask her permission, right?
I know. Permission is 9/10 of the law, but I figured maybe we should wait until we gotten a bid in first.
What, so you could make her feel bad about saying no?
No, and make her feel good that someone would actually want to pay money for one of them.
You're a crazy sort of way. Uncle's got a pretty good idea.
Yeah, that's what scares me.
All right, gentlemen, you are in business. Tonight, I'll be picking up the young lady at 8 o'clock at her house.
Yeah, make it 7:30 in here.
Whatever.
You know, Horace, I really wish you would have talked to Anna Maria first.
Oh, yeah, like you talked to your granddaughter about Timmy, I know.
Yeah. Excuse me, I've got a phone call to make.
Ooh. Talk about the kettle calling the pot black.
Oh, a fire drill?
No. Now take it easy, Horace. We just got our first bid.
Oh, my goodness.
Horace, you've got to have a talk with Anna Maria.
I will. As soon as the pot's done talking to the kettle.
Well, it was just one little gray hair. Make a note. Next time we bake, we wear hairnets.
Look, I've got a drawer full that I've never used. As soon as the mayor spreads the word, that's the end of our bake sale.
The end? We just get started. What are we to do with all of this?
Feed ourselves for a month.
And get sick in the process. Not that my cooking has made anybody sick.
Anyone past the 12th grade?
People can't live on cakes and cookies alone, Anna Maria. That is my point.
My Horace could come pretty close. One time at the county fair, or was it the county jail? He ate 2 dozen cookies in 1 dozen minutes.
What are you doing? Those are perfectly good cookies.
Tell that to the 200 cars that drove by without even slowing down.
201. Oh, maybe this bake sale just wasn't meant to be. Maybe this whole thing is just some big high-in-the-sky dream.
Yeah, got us hitting us in the face with a slice of banana cream right now.
You mean like this?
Oh, now ladies. Anne Marie, Anna Marie. Ladies. Velma. Ladies. I'm ashamed of you. Grow up, ladies.
Oh, listen to them having all that fun out there. Expect they'll be coming in any minute now, bragging about how much money they made.
I guarantee it won't be near as much as painting fetches. Look at the current bid.
Whoa. You know, Otis, there's no telling what kind of a fortune she might have tucked away in the cellar. Most likely she doesn't even realize it.
What are you doing now?
Well, eBay's got a buy it now option. We could put up another painting, set a price on it. Anybody's willing to pay it, we won't have to wait till the auction's over. The worst we could get is a no.
71, 572.
What? Is that how much we made?
No, that's how much is left over.
Really?
Dinner's ready.
Oh, 2 of my favorite words.
Now, there's something I'm sure you're not used to, Velma. A satisfied customer.
Well, it's one more than you've ever had.
Oh! No, let's all just be happy that it's not going to waste. Miss Velma, could I have a moment to speak alone with Miss Anne Marie?
Sure. Go out and help Mabel clean up the front porch.
Before you say anything,
Oh, I wasn't going to say anything.
I want to talk to you about my paintings.
Really? So do I.
This horribly failed bake sale has given me whole new perspective.
Oh, does that mean you're through painting in abstract?
It means that I am through painting completely. The idea that anyone would purchase one of my paintings, what was I thinking?
So, all those paintings you have down in the cellar, would you mind if we...
Throw them away? Yes, by all means.
Well, actually, I was thinking we could put them...
In the burn pile? Yes, fine too. Whatever it takes to get rid of them for good.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Do you know how humiliating it would be to pass away with a cellar full of paintings, none of which has even brought in one single peso?
Well, I wouldn't call it full. It's a big cellar.
It is also a big world, Horace, and no one has expressed any interest in my paintings.
That's for sure.
And nobody ever will.
This is almost obscene.
What is? You boys aren't looking at smut on the internet, are you?
Actually,
Yes, we were.
You were?
we were.
Yeah, but we're very ashamed of ourselves now, aren't we? Please, not a word of this to anyone, okay?
Okay. Supper's ready. I hope you boys didn't bookmark that site.
No, ma'am.
Timmy was the best. The only customer we had all day.
Mabel says he's your cousin's stepson?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, inviting him over, isn't that like fraternizing with the enemy?
The truth of the matter is, ladies, there's no love lost between Timmy and Todd.
Besides which, they don't really get along.
But isn't Timmy the reason why his father found this place?
You ever heard the saying, give it a rest?
Let bygones be bygones.
All right. What's up?
Well, you ladies proved today that we aren't going to pay to repair this roof by selling cookies out on the front porch. No defense. Timmy came over to set us up on eBay.
You really think people would bid on cookies over the internet?
No, not cookies, Mabel.
Especially not Velma's cookies.
I'll put my cookies up against your artwork any day.
Then they wind up in the garbage. I told Horace to get rid of them.
What?
Well, you heard the woman. She doesn't think they're worth anything, so, she wants them gone.
Oh.
Unlike some people, I don't need to sell my creations to feel appreciated.
Don't need to, or couldn't do it if your life depended on it. In case you hadn't noticed, Miss Artiste, our lives do depend on it right now. I'd put a for sale sign on every single one of the cookies I ever baked, including some that have already been eaten, if it would raise enough money to fix what has to be fixed in order to pass the inspection.
I suppose there are some things you and I will never see eye to eye on.
Oh, I don't think it's right to point out another person's disabilitations.
Burn them, Horace. Burn them all. Let them feel what so many of Velma's creations have felt.
Well, there goes another one of Horace Gladstone's great ideas up in smoke.
But look, Bill, Horace is right. No matter how good our intentions are, we need to respect Anna Maria's wishes.
Well, that's all good in theory, but first, there's something maybe you ought to take a look at.
Bill wasn't kidding.
$3,000 for one painting?
One of her paintings? Should we tell her?
No!
Dad.
But what about respecting her wishes?
Well, what better wish could she expect than to sell one of her paintings that she made in abstract for $3,000?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, okay, look, Mabel. Picture this. Now, Anna Maria gets up in the morning. She looks out the front window. What does she see? Horace and the men warming themselves from the heat of a big old fire in the front yard. And then all of a sudden, she sees them throw what looks to be one of her paintings on top of the pile. But in reality, Horace has hidden them in the crawl space of the cellar. Now, every couple of days, we put a painting on the internet till we get enough money to get ourselves in good shape. 30 days pass, all the paintings are gone, Anna Maria's none the wiser, we pass the inspection, we can open for business.
With a guilty conscience. We need to tell her and let her make the decision.
Well, what if she says no? Well, that would mean that we wouldn't have the money for the repairs, which would mean that we wouldn't pass the inspection, which would mean that Cousin Todd wins again.
Yeah, and wouldn't it be a shame if it was your righteous decision to tell her that, well, gets us all thrown out on the street?
Talk about your guilty conscience.
Oh, okay, you win.
Mabel, look, if this thing goes off half as good as I think it's gonna, we all win.
Oh, tell Mr. Curtis and Mr. Whiting to find out where this person lives so we can send him the painting before I change my mind.
Roger, get in here. There's a young lady coming up the front walk.
Are we expecting someone?
Actually, yeah. Come on.
Grandpa! Is anyone home? Hello?
Hey!
I'm so glad you called. After Mom sold the house out from under you, I was afraid I'd never see you again.
Don't be ridiculous. Listen, I need a favor.
So do I. But you go... what's this?
Well, these are my business associates.
Oh, what sort of business?
We no care.
Oh, why not?
Well, no, the business, we no care.
Yeah, and if you don't care, then how do you expect it to, succeed?
No, look, it's a long story. Velma, could you and Mabel and Anna Maria go get some of those delicious cookies for my little Abby?
Of course.
So, do you have a boyfriend?
Oh, what?
And, would he get upset if you went out with someone else without telling him?
Huh?
Oh, but only once.
Oh, what are we talking about here? Grandpa, did that little favor just ring the bell? And you need me to go out with him, why?
Well, trust me, I wouldn't ask you if it wasn't real important.
Yeah, real important.
Whatever, one date. But if he tries anything, he'll be sorry, and so will you.
Thanks.
Look at the door. Whoa! Well, look at you all cleaned up. Your stepdad don't know you're here, right?
That's part of the deal, isn't it? He doesn't know? Look, I kept my end of this. Oh, looks like you kept your end. Oh, these are for you.
Oh, that's nice, but you really should have brought something for the young lady.
Horace, I think he did.
Oh, my bad. You two enjoy yourselves.
Not too much.
Gramps, you have nothing to worry about. I've got nothing but good intentions.
Oh, that's true. Oh, remember that contraption you made that hung off the front of your bike that flung the newspapers on people's porches?
Intentions, Uncle Horace. Intentions!
Yeah. Oh, you'd have made Delivery Boy of the Year if Old Lady Perkins' cat hadn't crawled up into there.
Can we go now, please?
Did they ever find Mr. Whiskers?
Most of it. Well, some of them.
See you later, Grandpa.
There goes a cute couple of kids.
Almost forgot. How's everything going with eBay?
Someone already bought the first painting for $3,000.
$3,000?
Yeah, and the best part is there's some local guy.
Yeah?
We're taking a painting and we're meeting him tonight.
What?
That's right. All that's been going on around here, we forgot to tell you.
But he's not coming here.
No. We're going to meet on the corner of Edgewood and 3rd. We give him the painting.
He gives us a cashier's check for 3 big ones.
Sounds like me helping you out might be worth a couple of dates. I said might.
So when are you meeting him?
We need to leave now. Why don't you go get the painting and put it on the porch?
Roger.
Where's he off to in such a hurry?
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
What happened to your granddaughter?
Oh, well, she had to leave. She had a date.
Then why did she come over here?
These cookies you baked, Anna Maria, are really quite tasty. Have you gentlemen tried one?
Well, what's this? Maybe you should have been baking instead of painting all along.
Oh, thank you.
I think.
Speaking of I think Bill and I need to be going.
Where?
Well, maybe your granddaughter isn't the only one that has a date.
What's gotten into them?
Your cookies into their digestive systems.
Which I am sure is a lot further than yours ever get. Yuck.
Well, excuse me. I have to go throw some paint on a piece of canvas and call it art, and then complain when nobody buys it.
Look, I think I'll take these upstairs and go to bed.
Where did everybody go?
Exactly what I want to know. Any ideas?
Oh, not normally.
First thing tomorrow, I want to see all of my paintings.
Huh?
In that fire.
You want them all destroyed?
See.
See you tomorrow morning. Too.
Just turn on the light.
Marie, it's right in the back hall, her bedroom. If she saw the light, then she might just see the light.
I still don't see what the harm is in telling her. After all, you have to admit it was your guilty conscience that woke you up.
It was that 15th cookie that woke me up. What decided me to bring you down here was what they call an epiphanation.
I think you mean a revelation like old St. John had.
Oh, I think you're thinking of old Saint Nick. But whosoever it was, it made me realize that if some local yokel was willing to pay $3,000 for one of her paintings, well, if we hid a couple of them, well then, imagine what they might be worth, say 5 years down the road. Especially if she kicks a bucket between now and then.
Horace T. Gladstone, I will not shush as long as you're holding that sinning thought in your head.
I don't mean her no ill wills. It's just that nobody lives forever. Except maybe that Dick Clark guy.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I don't either. Talk is cheap. Paintings ain't. Let's go hide a couple.
Sure is a big wholesaler.
I know. I never seen one this big. A person get lost down here. Not that I ever have.
Of course not.
No, of course not.
Ow! I agreed to wear this thing so I wouldn't see where you stored the paintings. Not so I'd wake up in the morning with a headache. Ow! Geez!
Keep your grunts and groans to yourself.
Yeah, if our curator found out that we ever snuck you into
To the
the
basement of the museum where these priceless works of art are stored.
Thank you, Mr. Whitey. Yeah, she might not be so willing to give up the whole collection on this one collector takes all basis?
I understand completely. Now, can I please take this silly thing off my head?
Behold, the climate-controlled environment where your soon-to-be collection of priceless artwork are stored.
Smells like rat nuggets.
Excuse me, Mr. Smith, but...
That's Smythe.
Mr. Smythe, but this is not a self-conducted tour. We have some things stored down here that are best left unseen.
Then lead the way.
I never came down this way before. I'm not sure where we are.
You could put his cashier's check in a safe place. If all goes according to plan, it'll have a big brother to keep it company in a few minutes.
Enough to cover the roof and the furnace and our electrical and plumbing problems?
And then some.
Whoa.
Excuse me, Mr. Smythe. My colleague will be leaving us now.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure.
Right this way, sir.
Dang, have it. This cellar's got more rooms than a Howard Johnson's. Oh!
Listen.
What?
Did you hear that?
What?
Shh. Over. Down. Listen.
Rats?
Turn off your light.
Please be rats. Please be rats.
Shh. This is too weird.
Just a little farther.
If anybody catches us down here.
Look, you're the one that wanted to make out in a place you never made out before. It's not my idea. I mean, I'm not complaining, but...
Just remember the ground rules.
Yeah, I know. First date, first base.
Although, if you're a good kisser, I might let you steal a couple.
Oh.
Did you hear that? Steal a couple. Oh, can you believe that? Timmy's done told Roger's grandkid about the paintings.
Horace, I think they're talking about...
I know what they're talking about. Ruining our chances to pass that inspection. I bet you anything Cousin Todd behind this. Come on.
Look, I really wish that you would let me take care of this for you.
I appreciate the offer, but it will be so much easier for me to point to the one painting I want saved, rather than trying to describe it to you.
Well, if you don't mind my asking.
Why the change of heart?
Well, earlier this evening you were so adamant about us not keeping anything that reminded you of...
25 years of hard work? Of the one thing that ever brought me any fulfillment?
Even though you never sold a single painting.
Where I come from, fulfillment is not about a big bank account.
Apparently not.
If you will help me retrieve my painting, I will trouble you no further.
What in heaven's
What
name?
are you doing down there?
Well, put this away and I'll tell you.
Where's Otis? Did you get the money?
Ha ha.
Oh.
Yeah. Not only that, but Otis is showing the customer the rest of the paintings. He might buy them all.
Uh-oh.
What could possibly be bad about that?
What time did you get back?
Oh, I don't know. About 10 minutes.
About 3 minutes ago, I heard someone go down the steps. I got up to check to see what might be.
Anna Maria.
It could be. I didn't check her bedroom yet.
Ooh, she could ruin everything.
I apologize. I didn't know that my colleague had moved the paintings without telling me. But you'll agree that they're worth quite a bit.
Yeah. What kind of storage facility you running here?
There must be some mistake.
Yeah, I think I made it coming here. Is this some kind of scam? You're gonna kill me, aren't you?
What?
I swear to you, I only have one more check on me, but if you'll spare my life, I'll make it out for any amount you want. I won't breathe a word of it to your partner. Does that jive, brother?
Brother? What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Just trying to talk your lingo, bud.
My lingo's English.
I understand. Yeah, I think.
Good. Let's go find the paintings.
Oh, here they are. Oh, here, hold that. So, which ones look the most valuable to you?
Well, it's hard to tell.
Oh. That help?
Afraid not.
Well, how am I supposed to know which ones to hide?
Perhaps I can help.
Anna Marie! Oh, Mr. Barnes, what are you doing here?
You go first.
Well, it's not how it looks. Mabel and I couldn't sleep, so we thought we would get a head start on the bonfire.
Really? I heard you say height.
Well, yes, I said hi.
Well, but horsehide. Well, I told him that a lot of artists use horsehide for their canvas, and if you did, well, they might not as burn as well. So, well, he was just down here checking which was which. Isn't that right?
What else? Now it's your turn.
I changed my mind. I want to keep one of the paintings.
Just one?
Which one? Which one?
The one that means the most to me.
Well, good luck figuring that out.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Senorita, hands off the merchandise.
Cousin Todd?
Cousin Todd?
Where?
Right there.
You can't be Cousin Todd.
Why not?
Because he's the one that bought the paintings.
What?
My painting?
You see somebody else who's got paintings down here?
Which painting?
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
This painting you purchased. Describe it.
I can't describe what I saw, but I can describe what I felt.
Amor, for a lost one.
My first wife. But how did you know?
Because that is what I painted into it.
I can't be the only one here who isn't following this.
How much did you pay for it?
Well, it doesn't matter because it's not for sale.
Hun, we already done sold it.
Bill's put the check in a safe place.
Well, we'll just have to tear it up.
Whoa, really? What? Miss Anna Marie, I will be the first to admit that putting one of your paintings up for sale on eBay without your okay was wrong. And I take full and personal accountability for that. It was a dumb thing to do, but that's what I do best.
I can vouch for that.
Now, you've been around my husband long enough to know.
Or that he marches to the beat of a different drum. But I think you do too.
Really? Is it a big bass drum with the little tassels and the glitter and the...
I believe we were speaking metaphorically, Horace.
Oh, no, that's a woodwind instrument, I believe, Mr. Otis.
Look, you told me earlier that there was no way that I could ever understand why you wanted to keep just one painting. Presumably the painting that our friend here just bought. Maybe if you told us the whole story, somebody'd understand.
Only if you tell it loud enough.
Miss Stevens, can you hear us?
Last I knew, I hadn't gone deaf yet.
You want someone to carry you down?
Nothing personal, gentlemen, but being carried down the stairs by one of you isn't exactly my idea of a good time. Besides, I got Bill up here keeping me company. And I do mean company.
That's right. Just get on with your story, Anna Maria.
My husband and I had 4 wonderful children. Still, by the time they were growing, we can hardly wait to get them out of the house. To be alone, to enjoy our love together for the rest of our lives. 1 week after our oldest got married, my husband was killed by a drunk driver.
How'd he kill him?
Horace?
The night after the funeral, I get home, I pick up a brush, and I start painting.
Ah, therapy.
No, abstract. Isn't that right, ma'am?
That's right, Horace. But do you want to know why?
Because that's where you were living.
Horace, abstract.
That's right. In a way, he is right. For me, it was a place, a state of mind. When you look at the painting of a flower or a person or a landscape, that is all that you see. When I look at my paintings, I see amor, I see commitment, I see gusto, I see character.
Everything that your husband meant to you.
And my first wife meant to me.
Yeah, what about your second wife?
Timmy?
Timmy? Oh.
Abby? What are you doing here?
I'll tell you what we're not doing. what we're so not doing.
But
Get your butt out of here before I tan it.
You got one of them booths?
I'm talking about the kind of tanning that you do to a horse's hide, you horse's
Hey,
head.
we were talking about horses' eyes just a little earlier, weren't we, Mr. Roger?
I don't know how you do it, Horace, but somehow you brought us full circle. You were talking about your husband?
No, she was painting about him. Good Lord. I'm half a city block away and I'm still following the story better than the rest of you.
What your kids think of your new hobby?
They saw nothing in my paintings but an old woman getting older and older and getting lost in a world of her own that meant nothing to anyone but her.
And me?
I knew something tell me you're not such an awful man.
You hear that, Pumpkin?
Not awful isn't what I'd call a ringing endorsement.
endorsement for what? What is the old bat talking about, stepdad?
Nothing, as far as you know.
Wait a second. We can't accept your check.
Of course you can. It's a cashier's check.
That's not what I meant. The painting that you bought wasn't for sale. None of them were.
What?
Horace, after everything that you've heard, how could you possibly sell that painting?
Like this. Thank you, Cousin Todd. Oh,
There's only one person in this room that can sell that painting. Now, we'll tear that check up if you want us to.
but it is for $3,000. Oh, please, do not have a stroke.
It's a stroke of genius. Don't you see the delicious irony in this? The person who wants us to fail the inspection is paying for the repairs to ensure that we don't.
Delicious is one of Velma's plum pies.
If I could, I'd be on my knees begging you, Anna Maria, sell it to him.
Miss Anna Marie, I realize that our situation here hasn't been all peaches and herb. That sometimes, well, really most of the time, we're not going to agree about everything. Especially about your paintings. But if we were all painters, then the plumbing would never get done. And if we were all plumbers, well, then the yard work would never get done. And if we were all landscape architects...
Whoa, Horace. We get it.
Well, maybe that's where the phrase, "it takes a village," comes from.
Oh, hon, you're thinking of the village idiot, and that wouldn't apply to us.
Well, while you debate that, I will take my leave to enjoy my purchase, safe in the knowledge that even if I bought the whole lot of them, which surely I won't now, that no matter how much help or money Horace has, he will somehow manage to make a mess of things. And when that happens, yours truly will be back to tidy up. Oh, jeez! Timmy, you coming?
Obviously not. I mean, yeah.
Hey. If I ever do need a boyfriend,
Yeah?
or at least someone I can tell people is my boyfriend.
You'll call me.
Absolutely.
Yes, I will totally settle for that.
Honest engine, you ain't mad at me?
And Ohana at the person who helped me to do what I've been trying to do for 25 years?
Talk without a funny accent?
Sell one of her paintings, you dope.
And if one sells, who's to say the others won't? Damas y caballeros, therapy is over. And if my kids can't appreciate my paintings,
So you're saying...
forget the bonfires, muchachos. We have repairs to do. And God knows we're not gonna pay for them by selling Velma's cookies.
I got your cookies right here.
Sorry, Abby. A grown man shouldn't treat his own granddaughter the way I treated you over something like this.
It's all right. It was kind of important, and it did turn out pretty good.
You know, that's true. Hey, what's it? What is it?
Mom totally threw you out of your own house, didn't she?
Yeah, totally.
If she ever threw me out, would it be okay if I came here and lived with you?
Oh, yeah, sure, I guess.
Cat. Oh. Which bedroom's mine?
What?
I didn't want to say anything in front of the others, but the only reason I came over here in the first place is that we got into a big fight.
Your mother and you?
Yeah,
About what?
our boyfriends.
Well, what's the problem?
They're the same person.
Oh.
Any of the rooms have a jacuzzi?
Well, yeah, they all do.
Shut up.
Upstairs, second floor, third door to the right.
Oh, the way kids talk these days is really something, ain't it?
Yeah. She'll be fine now. In fact, she'll be more than fine. She's our first tenant.
What?
For real? Yeah. I'll explain more in the morning. Right now, I think we should get some sleep.
What's the matter? Still worried about passing the inspection?
Oh, no. That'll be a piece of cake. And after we do, I imagine they'll be knocking on our doors left and right.
Including your cousin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, once he sets his sights on something, he ain't very likely to stop till he gets it.
Oh, but you're not going to let him, are you?
Not a chance in the world. You still haven't guessed what it is.
Oh, well, you're the one that likes guessing games.
Well, I was thinking, having Velma and Roger and Mr. Otis and Bill and Anna Marie, it's kind of like having parents again.
Yeah, it's real nice, isn't it?
But that's still not it.
Well,
The rest of it is, now having Abby here, well, that's kind of like...
well, it's kind of like having a daughter. Oh, Horace, I'm so happy.
Oh, what the Sam Hill could possibly be wrong now?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Does anybody else smell that? No, seriously, does anybody else smell smoke?
Ay, caramba. Ven, ven, caramba.
If somebody who's partially witless don't make the 3 count. I'm going to do it again.
Oh, but he didn't tell you the worst part. Know what happened tonight when we were dropping off one of her clients at her new home?
Along with all of her personal possessions, just like I said in the contract.
Well, humor me.
Well, before we
Let me rephrase that. What happened?
before we could get out of there, guess who stopped us?
Now humor me.
What the heck?
That was a pretty good chunk of dialogue we got through there, though.
That's one for the blooper.
So do.
Doesn't help when we laugh. Sorry.
He couldn't have done that in a million years. He's looking like, okay, shit, what do I do now?
All right, still going?
Yes,
All right, go.
Okay.
You're not happy.
Serious.
You're not happy.
Can't even get it now.
What are you doing now? Well, what are you thinking about? I don't think that is going to give me my cue.
How about a little credit for yours truly? Find me something to push to play. Okay?
Here!
I don't believe we've been formally introduced. I'm Mabel's husband's father's brother's only son.
Cousin Todd.
Decided to meet you too.
I realize that our situation here has not been all peaches and herb. But
Oh! Cousin Todd. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez, Lynn, it was up here.
First wife. But how did you know?
What about your second wife?
No.
Not yet.
Dang it!
You want someone to carry you down?
No! Just saw CT drive by.
CT.
Cousin Todd.
Where? Who? Who?
Gentlemen, I don't know my line.